G'day, my friends. Marty, we're here with the best bucket worm farm invention ever by Larry Hall. Now, this was brought out about 9 years ago. Me and Larry were mates, and he was the so-called inventor of the grow bag. Really smart guy, genius type of worm farm to stop these guys from crawling out. And if you want to start a worm farm business, you can do it this way in an enclosed space, so under a roof or something like that, and you can get night crawlers in this, which they won't crawl out, and all different types of worms. Get air in there. Mate, they're awesome. I'm just going to get straight to it and break it down with you. You really got to check out this type of worm farm.
About the world's easiest way to raise composting worms, okay? You don't need to buy any special worm towers and all of these other things that are expensive. No, not at all. This is all you need to raise and have great success with raising composting worms, whether it's European night crawlers, red wigglers, or African night crawlers. Okay, here I've got some African night crawlers in this bucket. You take a standard 5-gallon bucket. You make sure that the lid has a rubber O-ring in it because it will give you a great tight seal. You cut the inside of that top lid out so you leave about a 2-inch rim all the way around, okay? When you snap that on and put your peat, and I just use plain peat and a handful of garden lime, mix it up in there. You want to make your peat so you squeeze it and just a couple drops of water come out. Then I've got like Alabama or African night crawlers in this one. And then I just sprinkle food on top and spray it with a misting bottle to keep it moist. And you can tell I don't drill any excess holes in the bucket, nothing.
All right, so I'm going to break it down just a little bit more. You're wondering what's going on. Well, there's a lot of oxygen getting into this system. And what worms do is they crawl up, right? And then they'll crawl to the side, and then they'll hit the edge and they fall back down again. They can't actually get up and around and over the lip. And so it's nearly impossible for them to do that. And Larry tried this over and over and over again. I used to chat with Larry quite a bit. Unfortunately, Larry passed away a few years ago, and my condolences to the family for that. And I really loved Larry. He was a great guy, but he was very inventive and very hands-on with things that he did, and he invented the rain gutter system and lots of different things. And let's just keep going with this so you can catch on what's going on. You can make these at home. As I said, you can do this if you want to start a worm farm business as well, or just at home to breed worms.
Been doing this. It works absolutely fantastic. And then what I do to screen it is this screen here. And I'll put a link underneath there. You can get this right at Home Depot or Office Max. And it works just absolutely awesome. I'll take they've ate all this worm, all the peat up already. Look at it. Just look at this beautiful black compost. Unbelievable. And this is only, you want to put about 300 worms, at least with the African night crawlers. You can maybe get by with a little bit more, maybe 500 with the red wigglers because they're smaller, or the Europeans, maybe about 400 in a 5-gallon bucket. That's full, quite a bit full, everything but a couple inches.
So that's pretty good number of worms that he's talking about. The only thing he didn't mention is about keeping the moisture right. So you have to not over wet this down because, obviously there's no holes in the bottom. So you have to get your moisture right. And that's generally when you just grab the material, squeeze it, a couple of drops coming out, and then that's fine. You just don't want to get it too wet.
Just from the top. Feed them in it, they will turn that to beautiful compost in no time. When you're ready to sift them out, you take one of these baskets, you get it off of Max, they work beautiful, and your bedding is not sticky and gooey and everything, and then you just stick it in there and shake it, and it just, in a matter of minutes, I can change out a 5-gallon bucket in no time, flat, a couple minutes, and I've got them all in new bedding, and snap on the lid, and you're...
Okay, so before we go a little bit further, if you're going to do this in a larger system and you're going to actually try and make some money out of this, feed them organic chicken pellets. That way there's no seed in there and you won't have any problems with things sprouting up and things going funky and moldy and all that type of stuff. Just soak some organic chicken pellets or get some organic chicken powder, and feed them that. They just go crazy on that, and believe you me, that's enough to breed nice big fat worms and to get lots of cocoons.
You're done. This is what works beautiful. It's so simple. It doesn't cost a lot of money. You can get a bucket. You can get these buckets at Walmart, a lot of other various places, but make sure it has a rubber seal because they will crawl up underneath the lid if you don't have. But if you just cut that inside out and leave a 2-inch brim, you will have no problem whatsoever, and you can raise your worms in it. And it's very easy to change out. This is with a grain-fed program. I'm using grain-fed. If you don't have a parental worm chow, which I'm using, just go ahead and mix half oatmeal, half cornmeal, grind it together, put some
Good
eggshells in
tip.
there that you've ground up.
Good tip.
I'll put a link underneath this video to all my videos on the worms.
So you notice he said something that doesn't have seed in it, right? And that can break up. So like a oatmeal, a rice, things like that, some eggshell, stuff like that.
And you can see everything. If you don't know anything about worms, watch the videos, and you'll see all kinds of tips.
All right, Larry, mate, killing it yet again. What a champion. What a champion Larry was. Beautiful man. Looking forward to meeting him one day in when we get upstairs to see the big guy. And yeah, what a great dude and awesome video. So I'm bringing these ones back, things that I can find that are still really, really super helpful, lost in the YouTube cosmos that I remember from years ago, and things that I believe are very, very helpful for us as worm farmers, organic gardeners, etc. So, yep, what I believe definitely to be the best bucket worm farm invention ever. Let me know what you think about it down below. Remember, use a ring, like you said, around the outside. And, mate, happy worm farming. All right, see you at the next video real soon. Bye for now.